So after a lot of hiking around, I start coming back to my car to leave, and I see on the side of the road here this nice yellow stone. Looks like this half could make a sphere. It looks like it might be Jasper. I'm gonna cut it and find out what it really is. See how hard it is, but otherwise, yeah, this yellow looks really good on that blue background. But anyways, let's give it a try. By seeing my old tile saw in the background, you can tell that this is an older video from quite a few years ago. I could never finish this video because I didn't have the proper equipment to do so. So throughout this video, you will see a lot of failed attempts that I will just show for brief moments, and hopefully it can help anyone out there to know what not to do. I was not able to finish this video until recently because I did not have the proper equipment to do so. And now that I have a much better sphere machine for grinding the stone, everything started to fall into place after that. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So when I had finished cutting this stone, I had brought it to my original stone sphere machine, and with the low RPMs on this machine, it was taking weeks, months. It was not making a whole lot of progress. So I had ended up giving up on it and just kind of put the stone aside for a while until I had built this new machine. And this new machine, it was great for a while, but one thing that it was lacking is I couldn't put enough tension on it, and these little motors did not have the torque to be able to sustain the RPMs and give it a grind with a reasonable amount of time. So I tried to get really creative, and so at first I thought that maybe these cups weren't grinding enough. Maybe there wasn't enough grit with these pads. And so then I tried another kind of cup. And with this cup, you can see it has these I want to call them tags, I guess. And so I made a cup that resembled a core drill bit, and I got these little tabs from a polishing disc for polishing stone. And even that was taking a very long time. And I just kind of, and then again, I just put this stone on the back burner. I put it away and just kind of saved it for a future project when maybe one day I would have the proper equipment. And so now that brings us to today, when I have this new machine. I was ready to give it a third chance. All right, here's the stone that's been kind of sitting around. I had tried grinding this on a different machine, and it took so long, so many hours, so many days, and I couldn't get it much further than this. And it had some other type material that was a little bit harder than the rest. And so it wasn't grinding completely symmetrical as a sphere. I used my rock identifier app, and it identified as a yellow Jasper, and it's probably correct because this is a very hard stone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it on my new machine. It moves at quite a bit more RPM with a lot more tension. So I'm going to put it on there and see how it goes. All right, we'll get some water going. Something like that to get started. finished the grind on this yellow Jasper. You can see if I zoom in, it has some of these voids that I've seen throughout. Mostly kind of in this side of the stone. The rest of it seems pretty smooth. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. That's just the way the stone is. I feel that if I chase this to grind them out, I might end up with a very small stone, and there's no guarantee that I won't run into any other voids. So I'm just going to continue with it. And I think it'll still be a nice stone when it's done. It obviously will have its imperfections, but that's what stones do. They have their imperfections, and a lot of times that's what makes them fun to look at. So I'm going to put this in on the polish with 100 grit. All right, here we go, 100 grit. All right, second round of polish, 400 grit. All right, that will wrap up this round of polish. Ooh, and you can definitely feel it being a lot more smooth. So we'll get it out and start the next step. All right, we got this yellow Jasper on our third round of polish on 800 grit. Okay, we just wrapped up the 800. Let me try and dry off some of this water. Yeah, a little more glossy. Still has a little bit of waxy finish, but yeah, better each time. All right, we're going to start 1500 grit and see how it goes. Already this stone has kind of a waxy luster, but I'm hoping to get it more glossy. So here we go. All right, that will wrap up the 1500 grit. Let's take a look. See. Ooh, it is looking shiny. I may not need to do a 3000. I'm gonna clean this off and see. And if it looks very glossy, maybe I'll just skip the 3000. But this is a very hard stone. This is a Jasper, and so Jaspers are very hard. much like quartz. So I will consider that, and otherwise we will see on the next step. Okay, we are finished with this stone. Man, this turned out great with all this color. Wow, this is amazing. I love how it has all this character to it. You can see, so it has kind of this normal yellow color, and then you come here to this area, and it's even got a darker spot, and then you come over here and it's even darker, kind of more of a brown. One thing is that these voids or these pock marks, they did not grind out, or I did not want to continue to grind them out because I was concerned about having too small of a size of a stone. This is a good size. I really like these. This size matches the rest of my collection. But the rest of the stone, man, it's great. I mean, if you're someone who likes to do jewelry with Jasper, I think this would be a good candidate. I love the way this turned out, and I don't know if I'll do many more future videos of this type of stone because it was very hard, and if I was to do any kind of sculpting with it, man, that would be a pain to try and polish out. But this one turned out, man, so good. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in on some of these features. If it doesn't, here we go. Yeah, so here's some of the dark parts. There is a little bit of what looks like a scuff or a chip. Again, I didn't want to grind that out because it goes a little ways in, and I just didn't want to make the stone smaller in the process of chasing after that. But otherwise, this stone, it has a lot of character of wood. You know, you look at this and think it might be a piece of wood, but no, it's very heavy, and I think it turned out great. So thank you for following along with me on this process. It went from the junk pile to the show pile. So, all right. If there's someone out there that you think would like this video, go ahead and share it with them and like this video. Otherwise, enjoy, and we'll see you on the next video.